Boris Bear lived in a hollow log, and his face always wore a thundercloud. He'd grumble at buzzing bees, stomp his feet at rustling leaves, and glare at the sun for being too bright. All the forest creatures gave him a wide berth. Millie Mouse was small and timid, but her heart was full of sunshine. She'd often leave little gifts, shiny pebbles or sweet clover, near the other animals' homes. One sunny morning, while foraging near Boris's grumpy abode, Millie found the plumpest, juiciest wild strawberry she had ever seen. It glowed like a tiny ruby. Hesitantly, Millie approached Boris's log. He was sitting outside, his brow furrowed as usual, looking like he'd just lost his best honey pot. Taking a deep breath, Millie squeaked in her highest voice. "Mr. Bear?" Boris grumbled, his eyes squinting down at the tiny mouse. "What is it, little squeak?" His voice sounded like rocks tumbling down a hill. Millie, trembling slightly, held out the strawberry. I found this, and I thought, maybe you'd like it." Boris stared at the bright red berry, then at Millie's earnest little face. No one had ever offered him a gift before. They usually just ran away. He felt a strange flicker, something unfamiliar in his chest. He grunted again, but this time it wasn't quite so harsh. He lumbered forward and carefully took the strawberry with his large paw. It looked tiny in his claws. He examined it, then popped it into his mouth. The sweetness surprised him. It was the most delicious thing he'd tasted in a long, long time. He looked down at Millie, who was watching him with wide, hopeful eyes. A small, almost imperceptible softening crossed Boris's gruff features. He didn't say anything, just nodded once. A few days later, Millie was scampering through the undergrowth when a shadow swooped overhead. A hawk. Before she could react, a tremendous roar echoed through the trees. Boris Bear, surprisingly swift, had charged out from behind a bush, his fur bristling, and scared the hawk away. Millie, shaken but unharmed, looked up at the towering bear. He was still frowning, but his gaze held a hint of concern. Boris just grumbled, "Watch where you're going, little mouse." Then he lumbered back towards his log. Millie knew, however, that something had shifted. The grumpy bear had protected her. The small act of kindness, the shared strawberry, had planted a tiny seed of warmth in Boris's heart. He was still grumpy, yes, but now, sometimes, just sometimes, a little bit less so. Moral: kindness can soften the hardest hearts and is often returned.